Hey guys, welcome back. We are back from an alternate timeline and we want to show you how to play the game. In a typical playthrough of Zenith Arena, the game would start by passing out 3 contestants to each player, so Mauro. And after we get our 3 contestants, we can choose one of them. So I like the idea of just giving players some choice. Since there's so many characters, and especially in future expansions, there's going to be a lot more characters.
A lot.
A lot. Yeah, we want to have you guys like just have choices. There's so many awesome contestants to choose from. So, Mauro, choose your contestant.
Easy choice for me.
My contestant. All right, and then we just put these back. Awesome.
Sometimes it's cool to see what they would have chosen.
Right,
you know,
right,
so
right.
somebody's like, oh,
Yeah.
you
didn't choose the
didn't
vampire
choose,
or
yeah.
the shapeshifter?
or the zombie.
Yeah. And there's lots more. Many more contestants to choose from. But anyway, so who'd you choose?
I actually went ahead and I defaulted to the ninja. Love the ninja. Very cool. Stealth and teleport based gameplay, as you will soon see.
Yes. Well, I chose the aimbot because I like being able to shoot people from anywhere with no skill.
Yeah, it's a no scope basically. It's a no scope character from any distance.
Yes. And we'll actually, how about we go over what our special abilities are?
Great idea. So here's what the ninja does. So the ninja's special ability is that whenever the ninja is targeted by by an ability, I may choose to discard 2 cards to avoid the ability and then teleport adjacent to the player that is targeting me. Then I may perform a reaction, if applicable, if it's possible to do so.
We'll go over that later, what a reaction is.
My orb effect, when I pick up this here orb, is while I hold the orb, my special allows me to teleport to any space.
Yep.
So that means that when my special ability activates, I can teleport anywhere I choose.
Awesome. I am the aimbot. My special ability is, when I use a card, I may give it infinite range by discarding another card. Pretty simple, but very strong.
Very
Orb effect. While holding the orb, all your cards have infinite range. So we'll see how this goes. We'll show you in a bit further into the game. I think we are pretty good like counters to each other.
Yeah. This is actually a really interesting matchup because his ability and mine can kind of work against each other in a way, but it can go either way. It can go either way. I think this is going to be a cool example.
Yeah. So after we pick our contestants, then we'll pass out the ability cards. So,
sure.
Mauro. And then after that, we will roll the 6-sided die, the D6, to see who goes first. So I'll just wait for Mauro to deal our hands to us. Thank you very much. So, who goes first? Got a 6.
That's gonna be hard to beat unless I match it. For the purpose of the video, let's see.
Yeah.
Well, he's going first.
Yep. This dice roll is not scripted.
No, it wasn't scripted.
So, since I'm going first, I will take the aimbot and I can put it on any one of these 6 starting places. So I can really choose any one, it doesn't really matter. I'll be right here.
So now that he's chosen his spot, I'm gonna choose mine. Okay. Nice and close to him.
Yes. So yeah, like in a 2-player game, like you have all the 6 options to choose from. But when there's a 6-player game, then those spaces start to get filled up. But you can strategically choose where you want to pick your starting place. So we will teleport forward into the like mid game, like what can happen in a typical playthrough. So we will cut forward right now. All right, so we are now in the middle of our game, and it is now my turn. So I really want to get that orb. When you get the orb, you get pretty powerful. So it's like a huge incentive to try and get it before anybody else. But on a typical turn, the player has 3 main actions. You can move, you can draw a card, you can use an ability. Pretty simple. You can do one of each of those things. So I'm going to move onto the orb. My aimbot has a movement value of 2, so I'm going to move 2 spaces. 1, 2, pick up the orb. And just keep it next to me to keep track that I have it so players can see it. But now I can use my orb effect. My orb effect is, while holding the orb, all your cards have infinite range. So, fortunately, this gap between me and Mauro is not a big deal for me because I'm the aimbot.
Nope.
So I am going to use this ability card. So I'm using my ability action, Arctic Freeze. It has a range of 2. But since I have the orb, this range of 2 is now infinite. So I'm going to target you. I'm going to use Arctic Freeze. It says the target chooses to be dealt 2 damage or discard exactly 2 cards. What you gonna do?
But wait!
There's more.
There's more. Mate kudasai. So, basically, my special ability is very interesting. So, when I am targeted by an ability, I can discard 2 cards to avoid his ability. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. But wait, there's more. Once I do that, I'm going to discard these 2 cards. My ability allows me to teleport adjacent to the player that's targeting me, and then I perform my reaction.
Okay. So just so you guys know, a reaction is pretty simple. It's just when you're affected by an ability, then you get the opportunity to get a free action. So I'm targeting him, and so you get a free action.
Exactly. So in this case, I am going to choose to play an ability. That's going to be my choice to react. And in this case, I'm going to play the ability card Conflagrate. So Conflagrate, I have to do a couple of things here. The first thing I have to do is place a fire hazard under and adjacent to the target. Then I deal 1 damage to the target. So when you get a fire hazard placed under you, you take 1 damage. In this case, I'm also being affected by it since I am adjacent to him, but it is still a positive situation for me. So I took a little bit of the damage, but even so,
I am taking more damage.
He's taking more damage. So
we're just putting down these hazards, and there are so many ability cards in here that can interact in really unique ways, and with the 6 different hazards, really like the possibilities are endless with what's going to happen on a turn. So Mauro just placed fire hazards under me, which means that I would take how much? I would take.
So in total, he would end up taking 2 damage.
Yeah.
So
the fire deals 1 damage.
Right.
And then the fire hazard does another 1.
Right.
And so it's still my turn. That reaction is just like it's in the middle of a turn. So that kind of helps keep like people on their toes in the middle of a round, especially when there's 6 different players and each player is waiting for their turn. And so I still have my 3rd action that I didn't use. I didn't draw. So I'm going to choose to draw. And so that's kind of the typical playthrough of what you'd see on a round. And since there's so many different contestants and so many different ability cards, really every time you play, it's going to be completely different, and it's going to keep you on your toes. Strategy is going to be different each time. You got to think about it, think strategically, and so we can't wait for you to try this game. So thanks for watching, guys. This is a typical playthrough of Zenith Arena.
See you next time.
See ya.